Hi everybody. Today I was actually going to talk to you a little bit about eyeliners and the tools that you need to apply them, and really which ones are going to be right for your skin type and the look that you're trying to achieve. So let's go ahead and get started. What I'm going to tell you about first are the different types of eyeliners. The first one I'm going to start with is a gel or a cream liner. This is the Maybelline New York Eye Studio in Blackest Black. I have used most of this. I have another one ready and waiting to go, but it usually comes in a pot like this, and you just take the brush that you're using and dig it directly out of the pot. What I use for that are a variety of tools. These are my two brushes that I use alternating on a daily basis. This is the Sigma E5, and what it does for you here is it's extremely precise with its line, and you just draw it on. What this is specializing in is a little flick, the flick right on here at the end of your eyelid, and then also just kind of dragging it like this, a really smooth and perfect straight line. It's very hard to mess up a smooth straight line with this precise of a brush and a gel liner. So this is a flat angled eyeliner brush. What you do with this, and this you'll actually see in my eyeliner video, my 1-minute wing liner video, which I'll link below, but you literally can just lay this down and it creates a line for you, and then you turn it the other way and you draw and you just connect it, and it's the most beautiful thin, I don't know if you can see how thin, like blade thin, it's so thin. It draws the most precise and gorgeous line. I really couldn't pick a favorite tool because they do different things, but the key with having the gel liner brushes is that you want something that's extremely precise. So the kind of skin that this is best for really is a drier eyelid. If you have a really greasy eyelid, chances are this is going to go right on your lid and then right back off again. So if you really do want to experiment with gel or cream liners and you do have pretty greasy eyelids, what you're going to want to do is set that gel or cream liner with a powdered liner. They make powdered liners or they use an eyeshadow. My favorite thing at the moment to set my Blackest Black with is actually in my Lorac Pro palette. They have a color in here simply called just black, but when I use that, the Maybelline Eye Studio, I go ahead and I just pop some of this matte black on top of it, and it just holds it and keeps it dry. I don't have very greasy eyelids, but it's such a creamy consistency, which is great for drawing on the line, but it's not so great if you really want long staying powder and you have greasy eyelids. The next one that I'm going to show you is a liquid liner. I have two that I like to use really frequently. The first one is Lorac Front of the Line Pro. This is what it looks like here. It came with that Lorac Pro palette, but it has a really, really fine felt tip. Really, really fine. It's great. It literally draws the straightest, thinnest line. Excuse the foundation on my hand. It draws the thinnest line there. You can continue to build on the color. It doesn't come off like extremely black until you do a couple of layers. Another one that I love to use, such a steal, this is the e.l.f. liquid liner. It comes in this little container, and it also has, this isn't a felt tip, it's more of a brush tip, but it's really, really long. And the best part about that is when you're going ahead and making like a winged liner over here, you could literally just lay it down on your eye and it draws a really, really long line. So this is what this one looks like. It is very black and it can be very, very thick. So the thing that leads me to the most important thing to know about liquid liner is it is not really for beginners. It's really difficult to get a liquid liner perfect. It's completely up to how shaky your hand is. So if you wobble at all, you might want to ground your elbow and then draw. Or if you're just nervous in general about it, I would start with a cream liner and work your way up, practicing the actual lines that you're drawing on your eyelids. The best part about liquid liner, for those of you who do have greasy lids, most of the time liquid liners have very incredible staying power. If you find that your eyeliner moves down your face throughout the day or smudges on your eyelids, usually a liquid liner, especially this e.l.f. liner, I want to say this is $3. I don't actually know how much the Lorac Front of the Line Pro costs yet because I haven't had to repurchase and it came with the palette. I would guess maybe $18 or $20. That's a guess. But I think this is $3, and it doesn't get much better than that. It doesn't create a very thin line unless you're very, very careful, but the staying power is incredible and the pigment is amazing. It is black, 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 and I love that. Normally, they're going to come with a tool for you to apply them for. You do not need to purchase the tool. What you're really looking for in a good liquid liner is a felt tip precision end here, just like this one. This is ideal for beginners that are working on their liquid, for sure, because it's hard to mess up because of such a small tip. Then you also will find these kind of brush tips. So the next one that I'm going to talk about are pencil liners. These are probably what most people use. They are definitely the beginner eyeliner to use because it's just like drawing on with a pencil. I like to use pencils for colors. The reason being, they come in an array of amazing colors. So this one right here, this is a Korres. I could just draw that on, and it's just this really pretty gray. It's really great for smoking out your eye, for drawing this on your lower line and kind of smudging it in, or drawing it and just having kind of like an everyday look if you don't want a serious liner. This is in the color gray though, so it's a little bit more discreet. This is one of my favorites for my waterline. So it's extremely smooth, extremely pigmented. When it goes on that waterline, it kind of glows with an iridescent, so it's really, really beautiful. This is the Rimmel ScandalEyes Waterproof, and I really have to say, it's very waterproof. Even on the waterline, it lasts for a very, very long time. Keeping with that same trend, a current obsession of mine, you could probably call this more of a pencil, like a crayon, an eye crayon maybe, but they're actually eyeshadows. I like to use them as eyeliners. As you can tell, I have lots of different colors. This one right here, I actually have a video that I will be putting up shortly of a tutorial that uses this. This is the most beautiful blue I've ever seen. When it goes on your waterline, that's the lower line here. When it goes on the waterline, it opens your eyes with the most amazing pop of color I've ever seen. Same can be said for this gray. All of these are Rimmel ScandalEyes eyeshadow sticks, but they're waterproof and they stay and stay and stay. It's incredible. This is a brown. Look how creamy and buttery these are. Oh my goodness, they're beautiful, and they're really, really great also for smoking out your eye and smudging because they are that cream base. You want to find a sharpener that will accommodate both your larger pencils and your smaller pencils. Most of them do. You rarely will find a sharpener that does not have two holes, a bigger one for your kind of larger crayon and a smaller one for your pencil. Moving on to the last one that I'm going to show you for today, that is a powdered eyeliner. This is by Bare Minerals. It comes in a little pan like this. I can't really tip it out too much to show you, but it comes with this powder right in here. Really what you could do is you could use this to set on top of your black, just to add, so you'll have a black base, but then you'll have like a really beautiful shimmery color on top of it. But if you're really looking to, you don't like your eyeliners, you don't like to get creative, you don't think you're good at it, but you really want to just create kind of a more open effect on your eyelid, this is the way to go. A push liner brush and a powder. So what this looks like, it's going to be kind of hard to show you, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put a little bit of MAC Fix Plus on this. With the brush, I have the powder, and I just literally wiggle it. And it has this really beautiful pigmented dark effect. And then finally, you're going to want a push liner brush. I would also recommend Sigma for these. This is not the best one on the market by any means. It's a Sephora one. It's far too difficult to work with. It's very firm. I'm not a huge fan of it. But they have really great ones at Sigma, so I will link all of those below. I'm a huge fan of Sigma brushes because they have an extreme variety, literally any kind of brush you would need. They have one. And they're very, very affordable. So I really recommend going and taking a look at the Sigma line if you're looking to just kind of improve upon your brushes. So those are the different types of eyeliners. You have your gel and cream, you have your liquid, you have your pencils, which can also branch out into the crayons, or you also have your powder, which you can use to set any of the ones that I've mentioned, or you can use it on its own. So if you have any questions, just let me know. But that's it for the second installment of these eyeliner series. The next part is I will be showing you which eyeliner shapes work best for your eye shape. So stay tuned for that. It should be coming sometime next week, and I will go ahead and probably just make that a blog post. So I will update you on lovelyrouge.com when that is up and running. Thank you so much. Bye! extremely... Hey, Willow? No, ma'am. No. Thank you. It's lustrous. That's my dog wanting my attention. You hear that? I just want everybody's attention. This is Willow. Say hi, Willow. Say hi. Oh, you stink. Okay, go away.